We are back for another episode of the Peak Signing Agents podcast, where I'm helping you become the best notary and signing agent you can be. I am your host, DVO, Derek Van Otten, and I am honored to be with you for another episode. On this episode, I want to talk about your fees because I have talked about marketing and getting the clients, but I do notice one question that gets brought up a lot from other notaries and signing agents is, what are you all charging for your fees? And I've got to tell you, I would not be asking this question in forums or Facebook groups. And because I say that, I don't have a cookie cutter answer for you, but I will tell you how I came up with my fees. Now, I just said I wouldn't be asking forums and Facebook groups if I were you. There's a caveat to that. I wouldn't just ask a group where there are notaries from all over the country, because every place is going to be different. Now, if you were like maybe in a specific state group, then sure, that makes a little bit more sense because you're talking with people in your area. But I wouldn't ask the general notary public, what do you charge for your fees? Because there's so many different places that charge different fees. For example, I have I have friends, I have signing service owner friends in maybe California, and they're getting paid $250 to $300 for every signing. Now, in my area, and I'm talking about loan closings, by the way, loan signings. Now, in my area, if I were to charge those same fees, I wouldn't have the clients I have today. That's just way too much. They're not willing to pay that fee. So that's why I wouldn't ask groups of notaries from all over the country. So I don't have a cookie cutter answer for you, and I don't believe there is a cookie cutter answer for this question, by the way. I will tell you how I came up with my fees, however, and how I calculated them in. Now, when I first started this journey, I started this with my brother, who I've had on the podcast, and our goal was we were going to be a multi-service company. We're offering notary service, tax service, bookkeeping service, insurance, investments, different things like that. And anyway, that didn't go through. But when we first started, what we did was we called notaries in our area. We went to signingagent.com, which is the NNA's website, directory of notaries. And we went to Google and looked up notaries, like mobile notaries. And I just called them to get their fees. What are you charging? How much for loans? How much if you were to come to me? Because general notary work, you should already know the fee because your state usually has a specific amount. You can only charge so much per notarization or per signature. And you can only charge so much for travel. That's very common. So when it comes to general notary work, you already have your answer. There's a set amount. Now, when we're talking about loan signings, that's going to be a little different because you're doing a whole loan package and you're usually not charging the client. You're usually charging an attorney, a title company, a mortgage company, so forth. That's who you're usually going to be charging. So you're not charging the client, so you can charge a separate fee. So that's one thing I did. I actually Googled the question, how much should I charge for a loan signing in Utah, for example, where I'm from? And I just started calling a bunch of different mobile notaries and I just asked them questions. How much do you charge? And if I had a loan closing, like a mortgage, how much would you charge? And that's how I kind of got my answer a little bit when I first started. And I will say I started doing a little different. I had a fee for my county, and then I had a higher fee if I were going to travel to another county. And I had a higher fee for that. That's actually how I started, and I didn't like that because as I was marketing, I didn't like giving them a list of fees. So then I made it a one flat fee. And you should know your fee before you go marketing. Because the question I see a lot is, I just went out marketing and they asked me what my fees are and I don't have an answer. What are you all charging? Again, not the best place to ask this question because there's thousands of people from all over the country in this one group and this is just an example I saw just yesterday. But I've seen this question a lot. So that's what came up with my fee. My fee was based off what were other notaries charging in the area. And then what do I feel comfortable with my fees, because I'm talking about time and printing and mileage on the vehicle. This all has been incorporated into your fee. Is it going to be worth your time and effort doing this? By the way, marketing direct and marketing, and when I say marketing direct, I'm talking about marketing directly to real estate professionals, title, attorney, mortgage, real estate agent, and then marketing to signing services. You should have two different fees. You shouldn't be asking the same fee. If you have direct clients and you're taking work from a signing service, you shouldn't be asking for the same fee. You should be asking for a lower fee because you didn't get the work to get that client. You didn't have to do any work. You just said, yes, I'm available. But if you have a lot of signing services you work with and now you're marketing direct, you should ask for a higher fee now because you're doing the work. You're going out there, getting the clients and taking care of all their notary service. So you should ask for a higher fee if you're marketing direct. You shouldn't ask for the same fee. What I'm saying is you shouldn't be asking for the same fee. Because I see notaries in an area and they're asking, I'll send out an order and they're asking for a crazy amount. They're counter offering for a crazy amount. And maybe it's an hour away. I get it. Guess what? I travel an hour each way for my clients all the time. And it's the same fee that I charge. And I am very profitable. You don't need to be thinking, oh, I need to charge all this extra because of the time it takes for me to travel out there. You're going to be profitable if you do the right work. Now, I'm not telling you how to run your business. I'm just helping you be profitable and stay in business by getting a lot of business. That's what I'm trying to do here. Because if I see a notary counter offering an absorbent, ridiculous amount, and I get it, maybe they have to drive an hour away, but they're asking for just a crazy fee for an hour drive each way. I do this all the time for my clients for the same price, and I'm very profitable. But when I see this, the next time I have a signing in their area and maybe it's only 10 minutes away from them, I'm not even going to offer them the job now. I'm not even going to offer them the job because I'm like, they're ridiculous. They might make a mistake and I say, hey, you made a mistake, you need to go fix this. And they might want to charge me to go fix their own mistake. That's kind of my feelings. They might not, but they might. And so I don't even want to work with that person if they're asking for ridiculous fees. There's also times where there's only one notary in a certain area and I have no choice but to adhere to their ridiculous fees. But I tell the client, hey, you're asking for a very rural area. There's only one notary in this area, and this is what the fee is. And the client has to say whether they want to accept that or not. But generally speaking, that's how I came up with my fee schedule. I called notaries in my area. I Googled the question too, just to get an idea. Now I went marketing, okay? When I went marketing, my plan of action wasn't to undercut. Another thing you can do too is if you're out marketing direct and then you say, hi, my name is Derek and I'm a mobile notary and I provide great notary service. I understand you probably already have a notary or a notary service that you work with. Just out of curiosity, you can even ask them, what do you pay? Or if they ask you, what are your fees? Say, what do you normally pay? And you can match that. Again, my approach wasn't to undercut. I believe some notaries do this, where they're saying, hey, out of curiosity, what do you charge your current notary? And they say, oh, we pay $150. Oh, well, my fee is $125. So they're trying to undercut to get the business, but you're not helping yourself or anyone, because at some point you're going to realize, okay, that's not the most profitable. I might need to raise my fee because I'm probably the lowest in my area. Right? So I might need to raise my fee. And now you're back at the fee that they already had before. You know what I mean? Also, you're undercutting but you're hurting the notary industry because you're saying, oh, what you're paying is not worth the value. You should pay me less. Does that make sense? Why would you say that? Why would you say you should pay me less than what you're currently paying? You're overpaying. I don't believe that's another great approach. Again, that's my opinion. My approach was, I actually am charging the same fee. Oh, okay. You pay 125. I'm also 125. Oh, you pay 150. I'm also 150. Oh, you're paying 200. I'm also 200. But what made me difference was the service. I wasn't going in marketing and negotiating over price. I was marketing for service. This is the service you give me. You might have had some not so great experiences with your current notary, I don't know, or your current notary service, I don't know. But I will tell you what I will bring to the table. I won't miss the FedEx pickup or UPS pickup. I won't miss signatures. I won't miss initials. I won't miss dates. I'm available full time. I speak 2 or 3 languages. I have a mobile printer and scanner. I can scan you copies. I can print last minute documents. I can print any changes in documents. I'm available full time. If you need me at 8 in the morning, I'm there. If you need me at 8 p.m., I'm there. Oh, Saturdays, I got you covered. You're not feeling well, I can come in and fill in. I was about marketing my service, not marketing over fees. All right, does that make sense? Again, I was marketing my service, me personally. I was marketing my service, what value I was bringing to them and their clients. I wasn't marketing to say, oh, I'll give you the best rate around for your notary service. No, I'm going to do the same. In fact, I might even cost more money. I'll tell you where I learned this. It was one of my clients that I have today, but they weren't my clients in the beginning, right? I had to market to them. And they said, what is your fee? And I said, $150. So, okay, we're currently paying our current notary $125. Like, oh, well, I'll tell you what, I can match that. And then she looked at me, this is an escrow officer, and she said, don't do that. You shouldn't diminish your fee. And I was like, you're right. I didn't say that out loud, but I'm thinking in my head, she's right. I shouldn't lower my fee to match another notary. I said, no, this is my fee because this is the service you'll get with me. I don't know what kind of service they were getting with that first notary. Now, I've marketed lots of companies, and I wasn't their first notary. I wasn't their first service. I wasn't their top choice. They had other people that they were working with. But at some point, I became their number one notary. I take that back. I didn't become their number one notary. I became their only notary. They only wanted to work with me. I might have had higher fees, but guess what they were getting? Great service. And you can't always buy great service. You can pay any notary, but if you want great service for you and your clients and the paperwork and make your job easier, then you want to hire Derek. That's who you want to hire. Now you want to hire Derek with your name. You should want to hire whatever your name is. That's the attitude mentality you should be going in with. You need me to be your notary because of this. Every time I marketed, I wanted to make sure I looked better than I always assume they have a notary service. I assume they already work with a notary or notary service, okay, when I go marketing. I'm assuming they've already got someone or something in place. I want to come in dressed better than them. I don't know how they look. I don't know who they hired. I don't know who they have. I just know I want to look my best. I want to look better than them. So I'm always dressed nice. Always. Monday through Friday, I'm always dressed nice. You never know. Even if I personally do not have any signings for the day, I'm always going to be dressed nice because I don't know who I'm going to run into. I might just randomly go market because I'm somewhere and I see I might be at going somewhere and be like, oh, there's a title company right there. I'm going to pop in real quick. I'm already dressed nice. I'm already looking good. So I want to be dressed and looking better than their current notary or notary service. I want to have more confidence. That's why I market face to face. I want them to see my smile. I want to look them directly in the eye. I want them to see my confidence. I want to speak their language. I want to use the same terminology they use. I don't say ever signing agent and loan signing agent because they never say that. I say mobile notary or remote notary or mail outs. Mail outs is when they are using a signing service. They don't know really what a signing service is. I never say signing service. I say notary service because that makes more sense to them. I say mail outs. That's what they do when they're in Utah and they have a closing in Arizona. They call that a mail out. That's what I call it. I speak their language. That makes sense? So I look great. I show confidence. I speak their language. And I tell them all the great service I provide. You should know what service you provide. You should have this. You should memorize this. What service you provide. What great service you will bring to them and their clients. And I always talk about them and their clients. I don't always talk about you, the escrow officer, you, the mortgage officer, you, the attorney. I don't talk about only them. I talk about you and your clients. I always make sure I add that. You and your clients. Because that's who they care about. They care about their clients. I care about their clients because guess who their clients are? They're also my clients too. That's how I look at it. Does that make sense? I didn't go in trying to undercut notaries. I went in showing I provide better service. In fact, I charge the highest in my area. I know notaries will charge less than I charge. I don't diminish my fees like that escrow officer told me not to do that. My approach is, this is the service you're getting when you hire me. It's so worth hiring me. I'm going to drop off the documents the next day. I'm not going to miss the FedEx or UPS. I'll work Saturdays. I'll work Sundays. I'll work when you close. I'll be working. You close at 5 or 6 o'clock. You have to get home to take care of the kids. You have a closing at 8 p.m. Call me up. I'll be happy to do that for you. I'm bringing value. So again, the main topic is, what fees are you charging? Well, there's no cookie cutter answer. I don't have an answer for you. But I did share you what I shared with you what I did to get my fees. I asked notaries in my area what they were charging. I Googled the question. Now, at the time, I didn't have a local group, but there are some groups that are state specific, and you can go talk to those people. Hey, what are you charging? I've talked about networking with other notaries. That's a great opportunity too. Network with other notaries and say, what are you charging? Why do you charge what you charge? Is that profitable for you? Does that cover your gas, your paper, your toner, your brakes, your tires, your time? Do you charge different fees for different locations? Again, I did at first, but I felt it was too confusing as I was giving them my fee schedule. Well, I charge this for this county, and I charge this for this county, and I charge this for a purchase, and this for a sale, and this. I have my answer when they ask me what my fees are. I say, I have found that our clients find it much more simpler if we have one flat fee, and our flat fee is this amount. And they're like, oh yeah. I hear that a lot when I tell them that. They're like, oh yeah. I'm not breaking down. They get a pen ready to write down my fee schedule. I'm like, I have a flat fee. This is my flat fee. If it's a sale, if it's a purchase, if it's a reverse mortgage, if it's a first and second loan, this is my flat fee. If it's in this county or this county or this county, this is my flat fee. And they like that. I try to make it simpler for them. And they like simplicity. Trust me. Anyway, I hope that helps answer your question. There's not a cookie cutter answer to what fees you should be charging, but there might be in your area. And so you should connect with people in your area. That's what I did. That's how I found out my fees, but I wasn't there to undercut anyone. I was there to market the service I was providing, that I was worth every penny they were going to pay me. Don't undercut yourself. Don't undercut our industry. It only hurts you and it hurts our industry. We need to show the value that we as notaries bring to the table. This is not going to be done if you don't have a notary there. And not everyone's available all the time during regular business hours. That's why we're here. You might be double booked. Call me up. I'll be happy to do it for you. All right. I hope that helps you become a peak signing agent. What's a peak signing agent? A peak signing agent is a notary, is a signing agent who not only is trained well, but is continuously improving to be the best that they can be. And if you want to follow me on social media, it's at Peak Signing. And if you found value in this video, if you haven't yet, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up on YouTube. Subscribe on podcast platforms. I do read comments if you leave them. I do read them and I do respond. Maybe not the same day, but at some point I will respond to your comments there. I hope, again, it just brings value to you. And if it does, share it with other people, other notaries as well, so they get the value. So that, again, it only helps our industry show the value that we bring. I'll catch you on the next episode. Keep being awesome. Bye.